So, funny thing, I've never really played Trails in the Sky. I didn't even get out of, like, the beginning quest in the game. However, Xeno has the soundtrack, and I like that song. I am making you play it. At some point, I've still got about 6 more Yakuza games to get through. And I don't know if I'm playing Kiwami 3 yet. Also, hi, hello, I am live. Excuse me, we are here with Metroid Prime 4. Sorry, I'm going to be burping a bit. I ate 3 tacos in about 5 minutes. Oh, I'm so full of tacos. I told everyone else I wasn't going to have any more, but I'm tempted to have 2 more. You shush, Frank. Alright. So, tomorrow is my last stream of the year. And I will talk more about that later. For right now, we're just going to play some Metroid Prime 4, or as I called it earlier today, Midtroid Prime 4. Because, unfortunately, the game is mid. However, I said the same thing about Prime 3, so it's not like it's Other M or even Federation Force levels of bad. But no, it's not modern slop syndrome. It's nothing like that. It's just, it is very clear that there were multiple different
You'll find it down in the lower levels of this facility.
Yes, thank you for telling me where I need to go. I really appreciate that the instant I step in here. It's very clear that this game went through a rough development, and that there's different people's ideas mixed together. It's not cohesive. Nintendo actually kind of confirmed it as such, because some aspects of the final game were from Namco's build, and at least elements of Namco's version of the game were given to Retro. So I think Soul Valley, the bike, and potentially one of the other areas in the game, I think someone said might have been the volcano, were from Namco's build. And Retro was either forced to or decided to continue to use them and just build off of that. The game has other problems. But that's kind of the main big ones. More than likely forest. Alright, so safe room is over here. Don't have the codes. Yeah, something like that. Also, chat, it's sad. I have coffee. It's decaf, don't worry. But because I'm right-handed, I have to have the text on it facing the wrong way. Because the position where my cup is, I have to use my right hand. It's a bit awkward to reach over with my left hand. Does it say something provocative? It says, "Ye old dumb slut." It is my favorite coffee mug. Did I read that? I think I did. Oh, cool. It marks it for the whole room and not just a little one. So what's the phase-on of this game? Raises paw, gets bricked, death. Well, phase-on is gone. There is no phase-on in Prime anymore. It was all destroyed at the end of Prime 3. And it has the energy source in this game is just green crystals. Experimental capsule containing a key TK code. Here we go. Four. Oh god. Test capsule with temperature control function. Contains a prototype medicine. Test capsule with temperature control function. Contains a blood sample. Poisonous liquid. Body tissue sample. Because even in Metroid Prime 1, the Great Poison or whatever they chose to call it was more prophetic name than not. Apparently something bad happened. The previously beneficial green energy started mutating things. Something like that. We're actually only just now learning of it in this area. Ow! Yeah, it has something to do with the green crystals we're trying to collect. That I also apparently need to collect in order to finish the game. Wait, I have that. Yeah, and I have avoided spoilers so far. Well, mostly. There's been a few minor things that I have heard about that I just haven't talked about on stream. Because I'm waiting until I encounter them. There's one thing I am specifically looking for. Or waiting for. Because it sounded really funny. Metroid Prime Smasher Pass. I don't... No, just no. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Research sample storage capsule. Liquid appears to be a sedative variant. Oh, hello. Awakening. Holy shit. The hit 3DS game Fire Emblem Awakening? Oh, cool, and it's the next one. Awakening. The subject is in hibernation in the cryopod, and its metabolism is at minimum levels. Unfortunately, we are unable to perform the experiments we'd like with the subject in this state. If the subject's metabolic function is inactive, a reversal of its rapid cellular proliferation cannot occur. First, we must wake the subject and restore its normal metabolic function. This also means restoration of consciousness, so appropriate sedation will be crucial. Oh, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. You mean 2026's Claire Obscure Expedition 33? Ow. Claims for fastening containers and specialized omni wheels for improved maneuvering. And it's something for the 3D model whenever I get that bought and set up. Display specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Griever enclosed after an experimental Lemorne restoration procedure. These things are gonna burst out at some point, aren't they? System Griever is alive and preserved. Pod glass destroyed, cells, culture, and preservation liquid is leaked. Life signs in the specimen Griever have ceased. All readings from specimen Griever are normal. Specimen Griever's metabolism currently at minimum. Something is vibrating my controller. Ball pit seems to crash a fair bit every now and then. I've only had it crash twice. But it seems to be a little unstable sometimes. Yeah, well, you've also been playing it a lot more than I have, I think, funnily enough. Because I stopped playing it some time ago, and you've kept going. No, it only crashed once for me. The other time it just locked up and I had to quit the game. That wasn't a crash. Security gate sealed. Releasing the lock unit attached to the rear side will allow it to open. Monitor and standby while low power mode is active. Aesthetic and overtime can be melted using high temperature tools. Oh, right. TK code. Cool. Contains a blood sample. What's this? Analysis. We are monitoring subjects who have had GE administered here. Regardless of GE concentration, there do not appear to be any significant differences. We see regeneration without an apparent mutation to alter the cells. Furthermore, no matter how deep our analysis, we have yet to see any apparent chromosome abnormalities. It is almost as if they are natural creatures. Put another way, we were to judge based on DNA, there are no significant differences between them and us. What is going on?
Thank you.
Dark Fray, thank you for the follow. Did you say cell? That was a terrible perfect cell voice. Never mind, I regret doing that. Hey, look, I can do this. Yay. What's that sound? Extended neglect led to the specimen's death. Okay. Are they called grievers? DNA sample. Oh, it's unused. Breakthrough. We may have had a breakthrough today. Until now, we presumed that the physical transformation was triggered by something in the crystals causing compositional change in the green energy, which would in turn cause an abnormality in gene transcription. Yet that is not the case. In actuality, an unused region of the brain linked with the crystals is stimulated, and, as a result, genes that would normally have stayed pseudogenes were transcribed. And now wonder, are we unlocking a blocked evolutionary branch? This would mean the Great Tragedy was merely one possible evolution of one potential future. So with that in mind, what would happen if, when administering green energy, we disabled those genes at the moment that the rapid cellular proliferation is triggered? I think people who do that are silly, but I say yummers a lot. And I have a friend who says yummers, but we don't lick our lips. Well, I do, but that's because I usually have chapped lips. I'm supposed to be using chapstick, and I tend to do that at night, so it doesn't, like, get in the way of me eating or drinking, but I keep forgetting. Like each other's lips or your own lips? Our own, thank you very much. Specimen thawing station quickly and safely resuscitates frozen specimens without returning them to consciousness. Yeah, it seems it's a little frozen over. Why did the camera do that? Missile. Huh. A lot of nothing here. Autopsy systems activated, storage mode disabled, operating mode initialized. The Balsalay system containing a TK code. Is it just me, or does the telekinesis stuff seem a little underutilized? They could be doing a lot more with it, and so far, most of what I've been doing is just scanning things to activate them. I'd like to hope that it gets better. I can't imagine it actually does, but I'd like to hope. Attempt. We were so close. Seemed like we had succeeded in disabling the problematic genes, and also resetting the cells, causing the rapid proliferation process to replicate normal genetic information and restore their state. However, for some reason, we were unable to stabilize it. Subjects reverted. Right now, I want to check over the genetic analysis to see if there were any problems in our process. I do not want the setback to have been for nothing. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like this game is not really a miss, because I don't think it quite reaches the lowest moments of the series. Certainly nothing like Other M. But it definitely feels like maybe the worst of the Prime games. Though I never finished Hunters. Oops. There's some funny things you can do with it, like eating morph ball bombs at enemies, but it really is underused. Limit. Like, this game could have been so much more. Since the lab experiments began, several subjects have been brought in each day. The lab is close to capacity and, tragically, countless brethren have lost their lives while securing these subjects. I think we should stop gathering subjects, if only because our restoration experiments thus far have been unsuccessful. Like, this game isn't bad, but it's not great. It just kind of exists. Like, honestly, I'm just bored. I'm just going through the motions. I'm not excited. I guess TK code. Yep. Battery depleted led to specimen's death. A drop in room temperature caused it to freeze afterward. Completely frozen due to the drop in the laboratory's temperature. No life signs detected. Okay. We can get through that door now. It's unfortunate because I want to just be obsessed with this game. But like, I don't know, I'm just bored. Nothing interesting has happened so far. There's been a couple boss fights, but they were just basic. I definitely think there are worse Metroid games. But like... Oh, right. But yeah, I'm sure you guys are at least having a good time. I just wish that this was more interesting. I mean, honestly, all this is really doing is making me really want to replay the first three. Even though I don't like Metroid Prime 3 that much. But I don't hate Metroid Prime 3. I still enjoyed my time with it. It was just my least favorite of the three. Because it felt like, it was rushed, and it's because it was. Yes, thank you. Well, it wasn't rushed, it was in development hell. Not rushed is the wrong word. Because they had to meet a deadline. So they cut so much content in order to do that. There was supposed to be a lot more to the game. Resignation. Our resources are running very low and we are almost out of the chemicals needed for research and experiments. At the same time, progress remains at a standstill. Naturally, there's a rising sense of panic and resignation. We cannot hope for more chemicals to arrive, and if we use up what we have before the experiment succeeds... No, even if it succeeds in what we have left, and we are losing researchers, everyone is likely thinking the same thing.
Samus, looks like you made it through another floor. You're getting close to the generator.
I'm not sure how to feel about the companions, though. I think it's an interesting idea. But I don't like playing games where I'm being told what to do before I even have a chance to, like, explore or try a puzzle. Hey there, little guy. How's it going? Okay, so maybe part of the problem is I just don't remember Prime 3 very well. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a wind turbine. I really need to play Prime 3 again, and I will. Where the replacement battery for the Wii U gamepad should be arriving soon, so I'll be able to do a Wii U test at some point to see if I can comfortably play Wii games with motion controls from my desk. As long as I don't have to stand is really what I'm trying to figure out. Comfortably play them and also aim accurately. So once those arrive, I'll do a Wii U test stream as an excuse to test all that. Aerial morphology, blue croc. Chiroptera variant that flies using their patagium wings. The leader guides their colony by emitting sound waves from their antennas. Psychic grapple point. Connection point for the psychic grapple. Swinging back and forth from it can generate momentum for point-to-point traversal. I don't have the psychic grapple. I think another problem with the map design is because most of the maps are just like straight lines to get into your objective. It probably means backtracking to where you need to go in order to get the items is a little more annoying. Because the thing about Prime 1 and the thing about the first 3 Prime games is you have multiple entry points to each area. So for example, if you needed something in the, like, watery area of Fendrana, there is an exit closer to that point. I think in that area, actually. I want to say it connects to the Phazon Mines. That you could take if you wanted to get just to that area, so you don't have to haul ass through the entirety of Fendrana just to get over there. And likewise, there are basically every area connects to Magamore. And of course, every area connects to the Chozo Ruins and Talon Overworld, so you have multiple ways of getting around. And I think that's true for Prime 2, and at least in Prime 3, you can move the ship around, so you have multiple spots to move. In this, you only have a straight point, and it's back and forth. Which means if you want to collect something, you have to haul ass throughout the whole area just to get there. Yeah, so Prime 3 had the map issue, but not the traversal issue, because once you got to those points, you could just move the ship there. There's shortcuts in this, you just don't have access to them yet. Okay. Scaleby. The shortcuts aren't between areas, they basically just take you from the entrance to the end and back. Oops. That's a gondola. Yep, that's where we started. So that's probably how we go back. Oh, speaking of testing if I can comfortably use motion controls, I was able to confirm when I was playing Mario Galaxy that I can at least use Switch motion controls just fine. Which means I will be able to stream Skyward Sword whenever I'm ready to do that. Cool. Ow, that took out so much health. Why? Why do you do this? Shutter linked bomb slot. Activating the bomb slot will unlock the shutter. Where's the bomb slot? There's the bomb slot. Currently offline. Of course. The Volt Forge, for example, the generators at the bottom of each tower have things to jump between the generators, and there's elevators taking you up and down the outside of the towers. Records. There's a little more we can do. Every experiment has ended in failure, and the results remain unchanged. If we put the facility into low power mode, it should remain intact for as long as there are maintenance tanks to look after it. We can leave behind our records, but will anyone ever see them? And if so, will they succeed where we could not? No. This is not the time for doubt. We must do everything we can. There's something in this room. Can't see it yet. Also, there's a tunnel here. I didn't see that at first. Oh, Chad, I want more tacos. Chad, you have no idea. I fucking love tacos. Well, we're probably activating the bomb slot soon. Or, morph ball tunnel. Data Archive Cluster 1, Cryogenic and Bioform Studies, Containment Unit Research and Development. Captured specimen identification and medical records. Contains data on past laboratory experimentation and research on bioforms, including recordings, currently offline. That looks like a bomb slot. Treatment examination, Ceros 00143, Y460-410 to Y460-412. So it looks like 2 years. Assuming that's years. Psychic experimentation and genetic transformation research and development. Video log backups of experimentation and treatment. That is an electric block. It's probably something in here. That's another thing, is, like... the backtracking doesn't always feel like it's going to be... I haven't even gotten to the backtracking yet, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be organic. It's, oh, I found something, I might as well come back here. Not necessarily areas you would naturally pass through on your way back when you have more stuff. Or maybe the older games don't like that either, and I'm just misremembering. Alright. So that is the save room. Chat, should I get more coffee mugs? I can't believe it. We have our first Zelda-like in the Metroid series. Research Diary Day 239 Query. That's me. Unquery. We have finally reached... Sorry. We have finally reached the end of our resources. Tomorrow we will abandon this lab and, at Chitoya's instruction, move to Chrono Tower built in Soul Valley. We will not be able to save our brethren. Why could we not find a way to stabilize the Griever cells when they reverted to their Lamorne counterparts? What did we miss? I will ponder this for the rest of my life. Ow. Prayer. Just now, the main generator has stopped. This means that the boiler we use to heat will also stop. The temperature will drop, and I expect the facility will be frozen solid. The area will switch to low power mode, which uses wind energy. This should be enough to maintain operation of the cryopods in which our brethren sleep. I believe we have done everything we could here, but ultimately we could not save our kind. I am overwhelmed with helplessness. I trust the words of Chitoya, that someday our savior will appear. All I can do right now is pray. I am Targon, and I am utterly defeated. Lamorne magnetic turbine. Spins using the magnetic field created and sustained by the main generator. This generates enough electricity for the entire laboratory. Used by maintenance tanks for turbine upkeep. Each turbine has its own dedicated slot. Used to initiate turbine rotation, currently offline. Starting the main generator will bring it online. Psychic ball trap. Track. Invisible boy one. Ow! My foot on my desk. Invisible by one who has a psychic spider ball. Once materialized, it can be traveled by adhering to them in ball form and rotating in the desired direction. It's a large shot expansion. Psychic tether node. Tether node placed by using psychic energy. Once materialized, the morph ball can connect to it and hang from it. Links the generator startup device to the bomb slot. Used for activation can be extended by pulling. Turbine hologram display. Shows the current state of the main generator turbine. All systems appear nominal. Fan malfunction due to extended disuse. Strong burst of energy at the center will force its activation.
Hey, you've got the power back on. Rendezvous up top and we'll talk next steps.
Wait, this room has 2 items? It's like, Oh! Chat. Oh, chat, I didn't want to play pinball at that moment. Oh, yeah, never mind, we're good. So, you're telling me I have to come all the way back down here later in order to get that item? That's so lame. Maybe that's normal for Metroid. I don't fucking remember at this point. It's been too long since I last played Metroid games that weren't Super Metroid. Controller terminal online. However, the device it contains is frozen and cannot be operated. Cool. Well, the thing is, Seika, for most Metroid games, at least for the Prime games, you have multiple ways of entering these areas in order to get at different parts of them. For this game, it seems like you mostly just get shortcuts, but you always come from the same entrance. So, like, even if I find that shortcut, I'm probably still going to have to trek all the way down there. Commencing the regenerative treatment of subject 763. We have done everything we can. This will be the final attempt. Genetic adjustments are complete. Initiating an injection of refined green energy. Now. Ah, shit, the Grievers are Lamorn. Abnormality with rapid cell proliferation has occurred. Suspend the sequence. No. It didn't work again. Treatment of subject 763 has failed. Place the subject in the healing pod. I will inform Chatoya. How unfortunate. Okay, Chad, maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe it's just been a while since I played a proper Metroid game. So yeah, that confirms what I thought last time, that the Grievers are actually Lamorn. Still that thing over there that we can't do anything with. What did I miss? We have just learned the Grievers are in fact Lamorn. And the green energy turned the Lamorn into Grievers. Alright, that's right, I gotta take the Morph Ball. I use Firefox currently, but I'm very close to switching to Waterfox, which is Firefox, but without the AI bullshit. It adds a bunch of extra privacy features and removes a bunch of other unnecessary features. Average temperature one cycle. Is that? No, it's not a. Is that a minus? No, it's not a minus. 253.15 LK. Lowest temperature. 219.15 LK. Here we go. Shot expansion. Oh, that's not the only thing that's expanded. Don't read too much into that. I don't know why I said that. Data cannot be read. Yeah, since I swapped to Linux, I've gone through so many browsers.
I'm waiting for you upstairs.
Yes, I'm on my way. I am just taking some detours. Calm your tits. Ow. Oh.
What the? Something triggered the alarm. I can't override security.
Something about Takobi's line delivery really bothers me. I actually like him less than Mackenzie for that reason.
I'm not sure what's happening. This whole facility just went into lockdown.
Can't quite explain what I don't like about it, but there's something doesn't seem right about his line delivery. It's kind of the way he talks like this. Oh, that's probably not good. Alien morphology, Frostburn Griever. Griever variant awakened from cryopreservation. Preservation liquid used has resulted in a loss of pigmentation, though their aggressive nature remains. Ah, that's it. That's how you do it.
I'm picking up a lot of activity. What's happening down there?
The shutters broke. Ceased. All life signs have ceased. No data from body temperature, pulse, breathing, or blood pressure. Monitors the state of the contained specimen and forwards the data to a remote database, currently operating in full power mode. Oh, they've all escaped. That's probably not good. When there's a specimen inside the socketed pods, last use unknown. Security shutter damaged. It appears they have been torn off using enough physical force to break it entirely. That bastard can just deflect missiles, what the shit? I don't want to always dodge. There are times, game, where I would like to double jump. Yeah, the master just fucking bitch slapped that missile. Bitch slap that, fuckface. Who is that? I do not know who this person is. Give me that. Yeah. Oh, you thought you could get me? Oh, but you can't. I would not get that reference, but Xeno would. Because I have not played Valkyria Chronicles. Bitch. You finished Aria of Sorrow in one sitting? I mean, it's only like a 6-hour game. Did you get the true ending? Nice. So, there is an alternate, way of playing the game. If I remember correctly, if you set your name to Julius, you can play as Julius Belmont. Yeah, Julius mode. Yogi. Also, Seika, did you figure out who Yoko and Arikado are? Because I don't think between Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow they ever actually reveal Arikado's identity. You're just expected to figure it out. Well, Arikado. Alucard. Alucard. That's Alucard. And Yoko, last name Belnades. Trevor Belmont's wife was Sypha Belnades. So Yoko is a direct descendant of Sypha, which is a little weird because Julius is also a direct descendant of Sypha, considering that Sypha married Trevor. However, she's from the Belnades clan, and so there was probably another Belnades or something. Which has interesting implications for Julius, but... I just wanted to see who would win. Alright, I don't think there was anything in those rooms that I needed to look at. Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna waste energy fighting enemies that are fighting each other. They can figure their stuff out first, and then I'll kill them. System is down.
They're coming for me. Going off comms. Meet you upstairs.
Oh, Takabi. His name was Takabi. I thought it was Takobi. Take a missile up the ass, bastard. Stop doing that. Well, there is something over here. It is possible for a Griever to slap a missile into another Griever. That is amazing. Fuck off. Oh yeah, the room where I got a bird to kill another bird. Okay, so like... Cool. Like I aged through blood, my beloved!
Samus, you made it. Let's take care of this.
Well, if Kelta happens to be live when I end stream, I'll probably raid him. I was not paying attention to anything. There he is. Tokabi. Thanks for being bait for these guys, Tokabi.
Acquiring target. I think we're clear. Solid work, Samus. Power's back online. Feels like the heat is too. Might be what's drawing those strange creatures. You'll be able to use that elevator now. It'll give you access to the deepest level. I'll hang back and try to open the gate from up here. The rest is up to you.
Imagine they made a good XCOM style tactical game spin off of Metroid, like with Galactic Federation troops and stuff. Yeah, it would be cool. Supposedly. Wait, weren't they working on something like that? Wait a minute. Gotta Google something real quick. Yeah, 2022, there was a Metroid tactical game that had a single screenshot. That was just a mock-up. It was not greenlit by Nintendo. So it was canceled. It's unclear how much progress was made. That was revealed in 2022. From a leak, I believe. So Samus has a full computer in her suit. Do you think she has games installed on it? I bet she plays Bejeweled.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Hey, listen, man. my goodness, 31 months. Damn, 5 more months and it'll have been 3 years. What the shit? Must have been so long. Only if I reboot required before it can be used. Cool. Electric lock. Oh, I'm glad they give me unlimited markers. Longs, vehicles. Oh. So I'm not going to 100% this game. Or maybe I'll try to. If I can get 100% of the scans, then I will get 100%. Okay, so if I am able to get all the scans for the logbook on stream, I will get all the items. If I miss any scans before the point of no return, then I'll get some of the items. At the very least, energy tanks and a good portion of the ammo upgrades. I will eventually do another playthrough of this, just probably not on stream. You only missed one single missable scan. Oh, that's always the worst. I've missed a scan already, but according to Xeno, I'll get another chance to get it. By ammo, is that also including missile upgrades?
Huh. I tried to open that gate, but it won't respond.
Quarantine chamber for dangerous bioforms. Bioforms considered too difficult to control in a laboratory setting are kept in a special underground containment facility. Oh, why did my throat do that? Oh, I'm good. Oh my god, chat. I was just trying to make a noise, but something got caught in my throat. Alright, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm normal. Ugh. Chat, my body is falling apart. I'm only 31. Why is this already happening? Quarantine chamber for dangerous bioforms. Bioforms considered too difficult to control in a laboratory setting are kept in a special underground containment facility built into a natural cavern. Entry gate is secured with 2 clamps. Once the clamps are manually released, the gate can be opened by 2 staff simultaneously operating its control terminals or remotely from the control room.
See anything?
I feel like we're making a mistake doing this.
That did the trick. Opening now. Happy hunting.
Oh, there's something here. Chat, there's something big here. Controls the quarantine access lift used for moving supplies and staff. The lift has been removed with reinstallation still pending. Yeah, that's never happening. Dangerous bioform research terminal. Collects research data on bioforms quarantined inside the dome. The surveillance system terminal keeps a backup. That was another yawn. I think I found the dangerous bioform. Keratos. Crustacean morphology Keratos. A giant cingulata-like organism covered in a hard shell. Only lives in extremely frigid areas and is capable of creating ice from air moisture. It possesses sensory organs below the carapace on its head and opens its shell to identify enemies or attack with its mouth. Metroid fusion has altered its body composition, leaving its core completely exposed. Ow. That's the order that armadillos belong to. Okay. Alright, so I can see its underbelly, but I can't seem to reach it. Alright, let's see how this fight works. Damn, he was barely on that. I think some of the crystals it shoots out are scannable. Whoops. They are. Thank you. Oh, they're just... I don't even think they're added to the logbook. That was completely the wrong way. Ow. Got him. Aurora Borealis. At this time of day, this time of year, localized entirely within the bioform containment enclosure. Psychic Boost Ball. Yippee! Spark Ball mode, press and hold B or L, then release for a surge of speed. Boosting Ball on half-pipe terrain can generate momentum to launch higher. Can also be used to power a spinner or for traveling on a materialized psychic boost rail. Go to the menu with minus and check the inventory for more information. Q. That I require tacos. All I can think about right now are tacos. Yeah, we had tacos for supper. And I love tacos. Teleporter key. Alright, we got 2 more teleporter keys.
You've done well, Samus. I'll meet you up top.
I usually go soft tacos, honestly. It's just easier to work with. I do like hard tacos, but I prefer soft tacos. What I also haven't had in a hot minute are burritos, which I don't get to have as often. There used to be this brand that made breakfast burritos that you could just keep in the fridge and then microwave when you're ready to have them, and they were really nice to have. And our stores don't stock them anymore, so I don't get to have them anymore. But one of the local grocery stores near us has a grill, and one of the options in the grill is a... Oh.
Samus. Looks like you got what you came for. A message came through the station radio while you were gone. Somebody named Specialist Mackenzie, he sent over the coordinates for base camp, so I'll be on my way soon. Now, I've been on a lot of missions. This has always protected me. May Solon light your path. You go on ahead. There's a healing pod up here, and I'll be as good as new in no time.
There's a grocery store near us, not near us, that we go to, that has burritos that you may have heard me talk about before, Steak. They're the ones that are the size of a small toddler. They're not even the biggest burritos you can get around here because it's a place called, I want to say it's Martinez Supermercado or something like that, that sells burritos that are 7 pounds. How did I even fall out of this thing? Puppies. Did you know ice cream tacos are a thing? Yes, we used to have one called the Choco Taco, and they discontinued it. You can't get it anymore. They don't make it. It was a taco-shaped ice cream that had like a waffle cone shell and covered in chocolate. And they were amazing. We used to be a country. Okay, but like, how do I get up there? Yeah, just tell me how. Because I don't see an obvious way of getting up there. And the game focused on that, so clearly I should be able to get that now. Oh, yeah. I would not have thought of that. Well, yeah, but I just kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know. Ice chip. Alright, back to Mackenzie. Woohoo! That means we can do the lava area now. And actually go through there. Because with the ice stuff, we should be able to freeze the lava. Hang on a second here. I'm going back through here real quick. I want to see something. There is another door on the other side. I can't jump across that, can I? Because there's a psychic boost rail thing here. And there's a door on the other side. Lame. Yeah, there's a door over there. Zeno, can I get this now? Whatever is up here. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if that psychic boost rail connects to another boost rail somewhere else. That might be it. Well, where? I don't know. You can certainly go through the door now. Okay, but how do I get through it? How do I get to it? That's the $1,000,000 question, because this is... The map didn't really... It won't let me enter the zone. Oh, you lied to me. Zeno, you lied. I have a song from a furry musician stuck in my head. Want to know how I'll go through the door and walk past the elevator. Yeah, there's a furry musician I like named Hi, I'm Case, which is the stage name of someone named Case Jackal. And I have been introduced to their music.
Congratulations, you got another teleporter key. Only 2 keys left. And it looks like you found more Lamorne technology in Ice Belt. I might be able to help you. Can you bring it back to base camp? By the way, I saw the data you acquired. I can't believe the Grievers used to be Lamorne.
Ah, the grapple node stuff. Yes, Zeno, thank you for pointing that out where everyone can see it. I really appreciate that. I have one-track mind and tunnel vision. Fuck you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That is exactly where I was going to go. I was just checking something. Calm your penis. Alright, it's just south. Anyways, as I was saying, hello, goodbye. I have been listening to music from a furry musician by the name of Case Jackal. Stage name is High End Case, but I think they've gone through. I think they've gone through a few different names. Mechanoid Marauder, a prototype anti-griever weapon developed by the Lamorne after the Great Tragedy. They were never deployed in battle. Hello. I got introduced to their music through the artist I work with, Spinny Cat. And I recently found one of their older albums from like 2018, I think. And I'm obsessed with one of the songs on it. It's called I Am. Case's music is really good. And they have over like, according to Spoonie, they have over like 100 songs. They've been active since I think at least 2012 or something. I am moisturized, unbothered, in my lane, flourishing. I do not care about these wasps.
Welcome back, Samus. Come on, show me what you found in Icebelt. Alright, let's take a look. Okay. Dude. Hello, friend. Okay, analysis first.
Not a con.
Oh, this is fascinating. It looks like this program inverts the energy emitted from the device. That means if I reprogram this and set it into your arm cannon, you should be able to use a new shot type.
Ice shots! Shoots icy projectiles, consuming 1 shot ammo. Ice shots freeze targets and can briefly solidify lava and magma. Cute.
Now you can use Ice Shot. It temporarily freezes the target when hit. You can freeze living organisms to stop their movement. And you should be able to use it on high temperature objects like magma to freeze it for a short period of time by lowering its surface temperature. If you find anything else, bring it into me. I'm sure I can turn it into something useful.
All right. So let's...
All up with ice shot.
Wait, does that mean... I want to see something. Yes, this is the fire room. Something with the psychic moat socket. Its water is sourced from beneath the temple. While the moat is socketed, it sweats water at a fixed pressure. Okay, I see how this works. Using the flowing water is precisely how one's first steps are to be taken. Remember this. Understand this, you who command the power of ice. To steal heat from every object of the world is an act to bring about stillness. Freezing the water carried in all who live will blow out the candle of life. Do not forget this. Like a river that flows along the land, water travels within living things, bestowing its life-giving moisture. The freezing of flowing water is precisely how one's first steps are to be taken. Remember this. Cool. Platform created from porous rocks with little masts at the top of fountain spout. It will rise as water pushes it up from the spout. Shots expansion. E. Cool. A spherical metal lid. It will open once all three devices linked to it have been activated. At some point, I should replay, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I do need to still go back to it so I can do the, oh. Okay, this right here. So I can do the, DLC that I never finished. But I do want to do a full replay of it, too. I never actually started the DLC. I bought it and then never started it. Though I mostly bought it as a symbolic gesture to show that I supported that game's development. It doesn't really mean anything because the devs already got paid. And developers do not get royalties from games. So, like, unfortunately, all the money that I spent on the game went directly to Ubisoft. And not any of the developers. Which is the sad reality of game development. If you buy a game to support the devs, if it's from a big publisher, that money is going to the publisher because the developers don't make royalties. In fact, in a lot of creative industries, the people who create the characters and stories you all love don't actually make much money from it. The woman who created Miles Morales doesn't make any money from any media he's involved in. She hasn't made anything from it. It lived beyond thick ice, where frozen shards danced on gale winds, and frigid breath met any approach. In its mind was intolerance, living isolated and intemperate like an aloof warrior, and called itself Keratos. His nature was that of violence, and at the peak of his fury, Keratos was known to throw his giant body at any who might stoke his rage, or spin so quickly that icy pillars would form. It was through communion with the Tsar that a warmth took root in his heart. Slowly his rage subsided, and he became more taciturn. In time, this calmer Keratos would be hailed as a guardian deity of the Lemorn. And we killed him. So there are 2 more teleporter keys. From here, and from there. So we'll learn more about them. At that point. Oh, hi! Alright, so find that. I'm going to save and then head back out. I'm pretty sure we go to the lava area now. I'm out of coffee. Chat, this few things more disappointing than when you look at your coffee mug and it's empty. We got about 45 minutes of stream left.
Have fun out there.
It's fun watching them drop, even if it wastes ammo. I want to see something. I'm gonna head back to Soul Valley and experiment with a wasp real quick. And then I'm gonna replace my drink. Okay, cool. They do just drop. That's awesome. Alright. Huh? What the hell is that? Oh, shrines. I must have passed it and didn't realize it. Alright. I am going to replace my drink. And then I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Let's see what this thing is. Not close enough. Huh? Web crawler nesting material. Highly flammable. Oh, listen, man. Probably shouldn't be wasting so many shots. Arthropod morphology. Web crawler. Arthropod variant found in the underground shrines of Soul Valley. They possess a spinneret on their abdomen and produce thread from their telson while nesting. Look, I know it might be wasting ammo, but I want to clean up. You know what they say? Tidy space, tidy mind. No, tidy, not tiny. Tidy. Yes, I'm trying, thank you. Hello. Charged fire shot. Launches several fire shots simultaneously.
Okay.
The added heat causes them to rotate. Uses 3 shock ammo. Large amounts of psychic energy detected in the crystal on the statue's forehead. Analysis implies this charge produces an energy field for teleportation. Penetrative, you say. Don't know if cringily is a word. Alright. It's the Ring of Thunder shrine. Ladder of Thought shrine. Alright. One's gonna go back to the flare pole. So I'm gonna explore around Soul Valley real quick. Try to get some crystals and more of the map opened up. Surely there must be something up here. Oh, there is. Thunder blocker. Oh, at least it's marked. Ah, cool. I can't see what it is because of the thunder blocker. Hmm. We may have found this before. No, we haven't. This is new. It's the head for the golem. Eh. Come on. Chad, do you think we've collected enough green energy now to finish the game? So much. I know it's another point of contention is collecting the green energy. I'm just gonna collect what I can see right here.
With the bridge broken at the flare pool facility, you'll need to find some way to cross the lava lake. I believe upgrading the Viola suit allows you to unlock additional functions of the Viola. Want to try visiting Vault Forge?
Oh, we go to Vault Forge! That's the next stop. I don't know if it's because it's hard to collect or if it's because you have to collect it at all. In more than he needed. That's funny. Oh, I see. Charged ice shot. Kind of crazy that you can get these before you even get super missiles. Pretty sure in Prime 1 you couldn't get the charge shots for the other beams until after you got the super missiles. Fire icy projectiles like in Ricochet. Ooh. Well, maybe exploring was worth it to get that. Instead of having to go out and find it. Listen to me, that's gonna be me after stream as I eat 2 more tacos. Assuming there's enough taco meat, like... I don't think we made enough taco meat. Our mom made the tacos. So we didn't have chorizo, because chorizo is too spicy for my mom. So because of that, everybody was getting more taco meat because there was no chorizo. My Mexican friends tell me that chorizo doesn't go on tacos, but it's so good in tacos. Why doesn't it go on tacos? Alright, well, Volt Forge is all the way... Oh, wait a minute, I'm actually... Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Alright, west we go. Oh.
If you're not sure where to go, you can always call in and ask me. You can reach me through the radio command on the map.
Crustacean morphology, Varmus. Crustacean variant that swims through sand, enlarged by green energy shower. Upon sensing danger, it will dive into the sand and hide. That's the Ring of Thunder shrine. I will say the bike, it does feel really good to control most of the time. I have no complaints with the bike. Some people don't like the bike. If they were going to keep Soul Valley, they really needed a way of traversing it a little more quickly. I also really don't mind it because Samus looks sick as fuck riding a motorcycle. So, like, it's cool. Remember, never underestimate the power of, but it looks cool. The two most powerful tools a game developer has are, but it looks cool, and but it's funny. Remember, not everything needs to make sense. Sometimes you just need something to be funny or look cool. You don't have to use logic and have in-game explanations for everything. Sometimes you just gotta make something look cool. Alright, so I stopped there to take a sip because I thought that it would move or open the door and do its thing automatically, but it didn't, so I guess I just sat there. Maybe Samus was scratching an itch, you never know. Like a really long itch. Her arm cannon is clipping through.
Thank you.
Armor the Ink Fox, thank you for the follow. Don't mind me asking, how did you find me? That is a snowman's sea with their ice. Alright, listen here, you. Welcome on in. Went you through the dreamers then. Okay, so that you found me through my girlfriend. That would be Sorrow's server. I think you're the first person to find me through Sorrow. Yeah, I have been dating Saroshi since 2013.
You can activate now. You may need to explore the other towers.
I'm just never in her chat because she streams later than I'm awake. I go to bed around 12. Or I go to bed around midnight my time, and she streams... She starts streaming at like 12:30, 1 o'clock my time. So I'm usually not awake for her streams, which is unfortunate, otherwise I would be watching her. It's really funny. I think this is the first time anyone has come in here from Soro's community. Unfortunately, we're actually just wrapping up. Because there's not going to be a save point for a bit. And this feels like a good spot to stop before I need to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here. I also was not listening to whatever Mackenzie told me. Excuse me, did I just take damage in here? It's because of you. Yeah, this is about the time I end stream, unfortunately. Thank you for the follow, though. Hope you'll stick around. Alright. So, that will be it for stream. Why is that under gameplay? That's so weird. So... I'm only going to be live for one more day this week. On Wednesday, I will not be live because of New Year's Eve. I'm going to be spending it with Saroshi. We're going to be playing Animal Crossing together like we have been for the past God knows how long. Since we don't live together and have to spend so far apart, or we have to live so far apart, we spend it together in Animal Crossing because they have a New Year's countdown. And I won't be streaming Thursday because I'll be recovering from New Year's, because this is going to be the first year where I'm going to try to stay up for her New Year's. Normally I don't. But I'm going to try this time. Coffee may be involved. What type of energy drink does Samus drink? Metroid Prime Energy. Boo! Get off the stage! Kidding. So, and I don't stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, usually. But next week, I will be back to my regular schedule. There will be some slight changes to the stream schedule. I might be experimenting with different days. But the key thing that's changing is that I'm going to try to shoot for 2 multiplayer nights a month. I'm looking for them to be the second week and the 4th week of every month. And they will either be the Friday or Saturday or Sunday, depending on who can join and what we're doing. Or we'll take up one of my usual streams if I happen to finish a game or have an open slot or something. Like, well, no, maybe not if Dennis won't be joining for Earthbound, because that would be harder to plan around for everyone else, but maybe. Who knows? Hydrate. Alright, one last hydrate before I go. Oh, that is fucking evil. Holy shit. Alright. So, you want to hang out after stream? I have a Discord. You want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates? I have a Blue Sky. If you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. I will be back tomorrow with a wheel of shitty video games. Or shitty retro games. I have compiled a list of 20 bad to terrible retro games from across all the compilations and retro releases that I have on Switch. I'm doing this to make it easier for me because I don't want to keep swapping consoles and I don't emulate. Well, I do unofficial emulation. But the games will be Atari Carts for Jaguar, Avenging Spirit for arcade, Big Run for SNES, Bubsy for SNES, Castlevania Legends for Game Boy, Ghoul Patrol for SNES, Haunted Castle for arcade, Hisatsu Buraiken for arcade, Jurassic Park 2 The Chaos Continues for SNES, Mortal Kombat for Game Boy, Mortal Kombat Advance for Game Boy Advance, Pac-Man for the Atari 2600, The Peacekeepers for Super Nintendo, Quest for Camelot for Game Boy Color, Sonic Blast for Game Gear, Sonic Labyrinth for Game Gear, Street Fighter for arcade, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for NES, Urban Champion for NES, and Yai R Kung Fu for NES. For two of those, actually three of those, Mortal Kombat, Game Boy, Pac-Man, Atari, and Yai R Kung Fu for NES, the reason why they're bad is that it's a bad version of a good game. So, that's why those are included. Because Yai R Kung Fu's NES port is abysmal. It is almost impossible to play. I'm not sure I can stretch that out to even just 30 minutes, but we'll figure it out. I'll explain more when we actually get to it. That version of the game is infamously bad compared to the arcade version. Okay. So I'm going to find us a bean to raid. A lovely bean to raid. I'm assuming Kelta is live. Sometimes he posts in my server. It looks like he didn't this time. Is Kelta live? No, he's not. Damn, I was gonna raid him if he was playing Laika. Not live though. Okay. Alright. Hyena Arena is live. Vivine. God, when was the last time I raided her? When was the last time she streamed? Alright, we're gonna raid Vivine. I think that's her name. She is a good bean, an absolute goober. Ow. He's not feeling well, apparently. Just me to let him know he'll be delayed if he streams, though. Aw. That's unfortunate. I hope he feels better. Did you explode me to get my attention? How could you? No, I just wanted to. Okay. That's fair, I guess. I do have a sound alert bit redeem for Navi saying, hey, listen, but no one ever actually uses it to get my attention. Which I think is really funny. Yes, we will be raiding Hyena Arena, aka Vivine. She is a good bean, and I have not seen her stream in a while, so this will be nice. If you would like to join in on the raid, my raid message is Dapper Dragon Raid. I can spell. And you can use whatever emotes you want, as long as you copy the raid message. That is all I care about. There's a lot more than money for bits, to be fair. A lot more points than money for bits. Okay. Yeah, I should consider making them cheaper. They should only be 100 bits, but that is $1. I'll figure something out. I had a hard limit to how many sound alerts I could pick for redeems. So the rest of the redeems I had to do as bits. I could see about just making them redeems. And just like add the files to OBS directly. So I might do that. That might be one of my tasks for the new year. I haven't said anything, but after tomorrow I was going to post a list of my goals for the new year of things I wanted to do for stream. And I was going to like scratch off stuff over time so that way everybody could see that I was getting the tasks done. But I'll talk more about that tomorrow, since that'll be my last stream of the year. Alright. So, I'll get the raid started. That is not the right command. Oh my god. I am a professional streamer. I know what I'm doing. Oh dear. Alright. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.